Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this week is another week filled with Kirsty. Me and Kirsty.
Again, I'm so sorry.
We shall be exposing ourselves a little bit. We're going to be answering some quite uncomfortable questions. And basically, if we don't answer the question, or if we don't answer it truthfully, then our forfeit is that the other person gets to post a bad photo of that person on Instagram.
We've had a lot of bad photos of each other as well.
Yeah. And this lovely Bailey's is just to bring out the truth.
It's a truth drink.
It's a truth serum. So we have to be honest.
Yes, we do.
With
you.
our questions. So if you'd like to read the
Okay,
questions
so
first.
this is your one. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever caught you doing? Oh.
I feel like this may not be it may not be that embarrassing to other people, but it was very embarrassing for me at the time. And it was basically my mum walked in to the room and I was sat there just with a bra on, and I was just stroking myself. Not in a sexual way. I was just you know when you try, I don't know if you do this, when you try and give yourself goosebumps. It's
I don't do it intentionally, but sometimes I sort of just be like that, and then I'm like,
no, I do it because it's kind of comforting. I don't know, but it was just a bit weird. It's just it's a bit weird.
okay, it's not that bad though.
What is the most surprising thing that's ever turned you on?
Well, it's not okay. We did say this isn't surprising, but I think it's surprising how much, because it's not a super thing. Just neck kisses. It's so nice. They're so nice.
But we were talking about this the other day. There's some people are really good at it and some people just aren't.
Yeah, the thing is though, anyone who's done it has been good at it.
Lucky
so
you.
I've never had fucking 3 people. It's been quality over quantity. So that it's just right. What's the weirdest thing that you've ever done when you're alone?
Okay, this is probably gonna seem weird, but I feel like maybe a lot of girls do this, and I feel like guys can relate with their parts. But I find it really comforting to just sit there and hold my boobs.
I do that sometimes.
My sister, I remember my sister used to tell me, when I was quite a lot younger than I am now, she used to tell me how satisfying it is, and I was like, that's so weird. And now I'm like they're just great. Boobs are just great, and they're really nice to hold.
And it's actually very important to do that because you can check for anything.
Lumps.
Yes. It's actually important. If people make fun of it.
Yeah, because then you know what your boobs are meant to feel
exactly.
like, and if they feel different,
then do a check every day. It could literally save you. It could save you.
Yeah.
It could. But I know what you mean. The thing I don't like is when you have to run upstairs and you actually physically have to be
See, I also because I'm in the itty bitty titty committee. I think Kirsty probably has this very different experience than I do with that. I can kind of just cup it in one hand and have a bit spare.
I
can just
not. Doesn't even go over.
Yeah. But that's probably the weirdest thing that I do when I'm on my own.
No, I think it's quite cute, to be honest. It's very natural.
What is the weirdest thing that you've ever seen in somebody else's house?
Right, okay, I could not think of an answer. I mean, I will try and think of an answer for the actual question, but the weirdest thing I've ever taken from someone else's house was a golf ball.
What? Why?
And there was a golf ball and I just really wanted it, so I took it. But the weirdest thing I've ever seen... See, I don't really see weird things, to be honest.
She's very protected in her life.
Yeah. Very sheltered. I feel like there has been something odd, but I just don't know.
If you don't answer this, you'll forfeit.
Oh, I'm gonna answer it, right? Let me just have a think. I would probably say, I feel like it's weird, but when you think about it, it's weird. So my nan, not the nan that you know, a different nan, she used to have these those collectible China dolls.
Yeah.
And there was some of them, and it's just when you think about it, you're it's just a bit odd to have them just lay down. No, I have a better answer. Same Nan's house, right? And this is weird, not in like a creepy way or anything, but it was just a bit odd. Right, okay. So she used to run like a B&B, but to me it was her house because I was like 7 or younger. I didn't really understand what it was. I was just like, why is it all these rooms and stuff? And there was like this what was it? This wooden thing, and it had all these little keys with all these people's names on. And at the time, I was like, oh, "What the hell is this?" So me and my sister, because we didn't understand that it was her job, we'd just take them off and move them around. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And to me at the time, it was weird. I was just like, "Why have you got this with all these people's names on?" Now I understand.
She's progressed in the world.
What sexual activity do you think is totally off limits?
This, okay, by the way, we sort of took inspiration from this, we took inspiration for this video from a video on Melanie Murphy's channel. We basically like stole her questions and everything. But I will have to agree with her answer on this one, because originally I would have said bum stuff.
Bum stuff.
But when I was watching her video, I kind of was like, okay, no, that's definitely more off limits. Anything to do with poop or sick or pee, it's not my forte. Do you judge people based off how many sexual partners they've had? So like a guy that you're seeing, if he's had sex with multiple people, will you judge him?
Well, it depends what you mean by judge. I wouldn't think like negatively of him, because I understand now that people, that's just it's just,
especially in our age gap, it's very common.
Yeah, it's just very natural and stuff. But I would probably feel a bit differently about it, the whole thing. Like, I almost feel like I would trust him less. Simply, and I know this is unfair, but because of the kind of fuck boy, fuck girl idea. But, like, obviously it doesn't mean that they are someone who just doesn't take anything seriously. It's just from people that I've met, it would just kind of, I think it would be in my head a little bit.
Association.
Yeah. But I wouldn't like judge them in like, oh my god. I just think it would be in my head, and I'd have to kind of.
I think it makes a difference between like, it's hard. It's easier to say that you wouldn't judge somebody if they're like your friend, but if it's someone you're seeing, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a bit hypocritical. Like I feel like I'd be the same. Like friends wise, I'd be like, yeah, go do what you want to do. But if it's like someone I'm seeing, it might be a bit different.
Yeah, because you just, it's just a little bit more like. What is the most awkward experience you've had with someone you liked?
Right. Okay. I'm gonna use different names for this, or just say like friend. Basically, I went with a friend of mine to a barbecue, and there was a guy there that she really fancied, and she was being really awkward about talking to him, and just was like running away, a bit childish like, and like just, you know, the way you have a crush when you're little. And I was quite confident at that age, and I'm also quite confident in talking to people when I know somebody else likes them, because it's sort of like I know the pressure for me to impress them's off. I don't know if anyone else like understands that, especially if it's like a friend and I'm like, I'm not hitting on this person, so I can just hang out with them. So I went and started to hang out with this guy that she liked and his group of friends, to try and make things easier for her to talk to him, because I felt like if she saw me talking to them and if I was like hanging out with them, then she would like come over and it'd just be a lot more like chilled. So I was like having a laugh with him and his mates, and she came over, we were all chatting. I was trying to get them to sit next to each other on these little bean bags that we were like stargazing on, which was super cute. And I got told that his friend liked me, so I was like hanging out with his friend and like flirting and stuff. And by the end of the night, my friend and this guy got together, and it was all like happy days. And then she came back to my house, she slept over, and I wake up in the morning and she's crying, and I'm like, what is going on? And I ask her, I'm like, what's going on, are you okay? And she tells me that this guy has broken up with her. I'm like, how can he break up with you? You guys literally got together like less than 24 hours ago. And she's like, yeah, but he told me that he likes you and he wants to be with you instead. And I did say this to her, which was probably a mistake. I was like, okay, obviously not straight away, but like a few days later, I was like to her, okay, I'll be honest with you, I do like him as well. Would you be like really upset if we got together? And she said she was, so I didn't. But yeah, I guess that's my most embarrassing experience with someone that I liked, because it was not someone that I would have done anything like with, and I didn't, and it was just a very like messed up situation because I felt so bad.
That's really shit.
Yeah.
Ooh. I always get a fear of that kind of thing happening. Oh, really? I don't know, I think because we're so close, like, I always get a slight worry of like, oh shit, what if one day we like the same person?
It's gonna happen. There must be, there will be your day.
Or like, we'll like someone and they'll like the other person. But I also feel like we would be able to kind of just be honest about it.
Have you ever seen me upload a photo to social media and purposely not liked it?
Every time. No, I'm joking. Seriously though.
You have to be honest.
I don't think I have. I mean, I think sometimes I've gone past it.
Wow.
But then the thing is I always find myself just go back and like it. Like, sometimes I'll see it and I won't register properly. I'll be like, oh yeah, it's Monica. And I'm like, wait, I need to like it.
I get super petty. This is really sad. I'm like, she hasn't commented. My best friend hasn't commented. It's not a good photo. I should take it down.
No, but like sometimes I genuinely am like, I'm not going to comment because she's going to find it really annoying.
No.
But no, I don't think I've ever done that. Sometimes I do forget.
I have my post notifications on for you.
I know.
So when she uploads, it notifies me, and I go to Instagram and I like her photo.
Oh.
Friendship.
How many photos do you take before uploading one?
Okay, truthfully, a lot. Because a lot of the time, like nowadays when I take a photo, what I'll do is I'll set my phone on timer, and when it does a timer, a lot of the time it takes like several photos.
Yeah.
It takes like a batch of 10, and I'll do like different poses and like I do a lot of photos. Put it that way, it's probably like just under 100. I know that sounds really bad, but like I'm really picky about.
Yeah. You want to have more choice. Media. Like, I'll go through my phone afterwards. I'll be like, I didn't realise I took that many.
Yeah.
And most of them are horrendous. Yeah. Like, actually terrible.
Because like when it's in the little bulks, it just looks like you've taken like 5, for example. Yeah. And then like when I delete them and then I go to my deleted, there's like it comes out of the folders. So it's like all of these photos. I'm like, oh god, delete. Bye.
Oh my god.
Buy evidence of me trying to look good.
I hate it though when someone looks at your phone. You're like, no.
Yeah.
I have selfies on there.
Okay. So for our last question, do people hit on you at parties, and does it make you feel like uncomfortable or like good?
To be honest, I wouldn't know. Right, I'm the worst at reading signals.
She really, really is.
I just don't know, because either I'll think someone's flirting with me, and they won't be, or I don't think they are, and they are.
Yeah.
Basically. But like, it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable if I want them to flirt with me. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, but do you remember one specific married guy that made us all
That's what I mean. That was not wanted. But the other guy was. So that was fine. And I was like,
you're quite lucky though. Nice. I got followed.
She got followed
by a married guy.
By someone who's about 30, wearing flippers.
And a crop top. I'm nothing against guys wearing crop tops. Don't get me wrong.
All of it together though was just too much.
It was the fact that I don't think it was the crop top. It's the fact that whenever I think about him, I have one specific photo in mind where he's super duper flexing, and it cringes me out.
Is it the one where it was me and
you and him? And yeah, I know this is your question, but like,
just go.
There's not. I don't think there have been that many people who I've been hit on. Maybe there have been a few. But by far he is the one that's made me the most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I got followed around a house all evening. And originally I didn't even know he was married. Yeah. And it turned out his wife was also at the party, and they were in an open relationship. And it was just really weird.
Yeah. So, like, it's fine. It's just I
was not prepared for that.
No.
I was just not into it. No.
And we felt a little bit like, oh, you're like 13 years older than us.
Yeah.
But it's really hard for me to answer this because I just don't know when I've been hit on unless it's been extremely obvious. When it has been extremely obvious, most of the time I've been like,
Yeah.
This is rather nice. But it takes me so long to realise that I think a lot of the time they just piss off. They're just like, I'm done.
Yeah. She's not gonna get it.
Yeah. But like I just don't want to. I don't like assuming because then I feel really like, oh, they're hitting on me. But
yeah, I get what you mean.
I don't know.
Anyways, guys, neither of us missed a question. We all were truthful, or at least I know I was. I don't know about her. She's always lying. So none of you get to see a really ugly photo of me on Instagram, but I mean,
Shame.
it's pretty much my whole feed. I'm just kidding.
That's a
Just
lie.
kidding. I don't take 100 selfies for it to be ugly.
She chooses the worst one.
I'm like this one. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed us giving you a little bit more of an insight into some uncomfortable moments into our lives, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you guys next Friday as always. Bye! Bye!
Bye.